Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Gettys Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Back into it and back at it again. You've got The Local Show with Tom and Steve. Thank you for hanging out with us and carving out that special time on the weekends to listen to new businesses and old businesses and family businesses. It's all local business right here on The Local Show.
It's all here. It's all local. And 4.5 years we've been doing this, Tom.
Yeah, it's been a while now.
Yeah, it's been a while. And if you have a business and you'd like to give it a shot, give us a call or send us an email. Probably better. And again, I said this before, send it to me. Don't send it to Tom because Tom doesn't read his email. Steve@zoeyadvertising.com. Love to have a conversation and see if maybe we can help you out.
Absolutely. Well, here's a guy who's been around the horn a little bit, and he kind of epitomizes. That's a big word. You guys can look that up. Look it up. Epitomizes. Yeah. He epitomizes the small business owner here in Syracuse and has a lot of businesses. Bruce Pollock, he's the owner of B&C Storage. You've probably seen him around. How are you there?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Good to see you. We've done business before and all that. Tell people how you got into this storage business first.
Well, back in the mid-'90s, I had a college buddy that was a software developer, and he wrote a self-storage program to manage self-storage facilities. And,
no kidding, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I was a school teacher, teaching at Auburn High, and so I would take my summers, and I'd work with him, and I'd go around installing the software, teaching people how to use it, and setting them up. And, that was kind of my exposure to self-storage.
Gotcha. Interesting. What did you teach when you
I taught math.
Okay. Yep. You're a numbers guy.
High school math, numbers guy. Absolutely.
So you're creative.
Yeah. Well.
Not really, no. But, the numbers is what kind of got me interested in the storage because I'd run the numbers after I'd do the install.
Yeah.
And, place out in the middle of nowhere, and I'd be like looking at it and be like, maybe this is something we should take a look at.
Right.
So how did you take a look at it? How'd that happen?
Well, we ended up, starting a software company around the self-storage industry. And then we bought a piece, acre and a half of land over in Camillus. That was our first site off of Milton Ave. And we put up 35 storage units in 2 buildings. And
now, were you still a teacher at the time, or were you just?
I was still a teacher. I was answering the phone during my lunch break and calls. Yes.
Funny. Okay.
So was it the software that operated the storage? Was that so people had that proprietary software, so they knew how to charge and bill and book the spot? Was that
Correct.
what it was?
Yeah, it was software that kept track of who's in what units.
Okay,
how much they charged,
Yeah,
did the billing, late fees.
Yeah.
Kind of automated the administrative part of running a self-storage.
Well, it seems like there was before you guys came a kind of a storage place on every corner, but they all had different names. Like it wasn't a lot of national things. So how did you determine that this was the space that you could play in? And like, what did you think to make it big?
Well, kind of my pivotal moment was when we filled up the site in Camillus, the acre and a half. We added 7 buildings and about 100 units. And I grew up in Marcellus, so I knew Marcellus well. So I said, well, geez, I should maybe build something over here. Surely people in Camillus, the neighboring town, if there was full over there, they'd come over to Marcellus. So when I built the Marcellus facility, and I get a call from a Camillus person, I couldn't get them to come to Marcellus to use storage.
Really?
So psychologically, people, they want storage that's convenient to them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of when the light bulb went off for me. It's like, oh, we need one of these in every little town.
I get you.
And, fortunately, I got into it at a time when, there wasn't one on every corner, and there was still opportunities in different areas.
And the thing that I notice about your units is that you have very clean facilities from the grounds and everything. And I remember Steve and I doing some drone work for you, and we were flying over, and everything was just so neat and clean. Is that a big thing for people?
It's
safety.
It's a big thing for people, and it was also when I got into the storage industry, trying to get approvals through towns. It had a very negative connotations to storage in general.
Did it earn that negative connotation previously?
It did in the early days. Because it was just a tin box and no pavement, and weeds growing up along the side.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, kind of, and you know, the bright colored doors with the orange doors and yellow doors. It was just kind of like, you know, not the most attractive thing in the world.
It looked like Jimmy Hoffa could be buried in one of those things.
Exactly. So from the beginning, it was very important for me to make a difference and say, okay, we want to be different. We want to be the community member that we can be proud of our facilities, and we've stressed that throughout and continue to work on it today.
No. Go ahead.
Do people store for a long period, short period? Is it a month? Is it a year? Is it forever? What's the mix? All of the above.
Yeah, it's that. When I first got into it, pretty much everybody I talked about storage felt it was, somebody's moving their house. That's what storage is for.
Yeah, right.
But the reason that the industry has grown so much is because the people have developed different ways to use storage. Okay, storage can be a very good solution to very many problems. So, we have contractors that use our storage facilities. People that kind of start a business to outgrow their garage.
I didn't know that. I would have never thought that.
Yeah. So it's businesses. It's individuals that just
collectors.
Collectors. We've got people that sell stuff on eBay.
Yeah.
Go to flea markets. Just a wide variety.
It's not just when you move or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Or inherit. I want to get also to you just mentioned something. Don't you have office space too?
We do have some like flex office space buildings, but that's not our core business.
That's not your thing.
It's kind of the natural progression from a storage, large storage for a company to let me get my office there. Yeah. But it's an expensive product to build, and it's not as profitable as the storage.
So how many locations? Where are you? You mentioned all these towns.
Right.
It seems like I'm like, there's Bruce. There's. It seems like I see him.
Well, then there's one by us on what's the road?
Up there by Tom.
Cicero. What's the Northern Boulevard?
Yes.
Wow.
Right by Tom.
Yeah.
So where are they all?
Pretty much all Onondaga County.
Okay.
We have a couple of we've got a Central Square locations that's just into Oswego County, and then we've got we're out in Weedsport. So pretty much we're Central Square to Tully, Weedsport to Bridgeport.
People out in Central Square thought they were apartments.
Yes.
Exactly.
You go over the river, everything changes.
It's happened.
So why do people choose you over the other options?
Well, I think Tom's point in terms of the cleanliness and the appearance of our facilities, storage has become much more competitive over the last 25 years that I've been in the business. So, I think it's always location. Location is king in storage, but then I think it's reputation and cleanliness, and I've got a great staff, great people, and I think 99% of our customers have a great experience with our company.
Yeah.
And that's made a big difference in people coming back to us time and time again.
Locally owned and operated, Tom.
That's wonderful, Bruce. We could have you on 100 times. That's what a great story. Thank you so much, and thank you for what you do for the community, okay?
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Owner of B&C Storage, right there, Bruce Pollock. Coming up next, Amanda Vitale. She's the Executive Director of the CNY Regional Market on The Local Show on 570 WSYR.